This is probably our last match.
Maybe.
Okay.
At least in paper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mystic Sanctuary tapped to start the game for Phil.
Nope, need the other one.
I need to mulligan.
You got it. I need a break.
Okay.
Yep.
Stalactite Stalker comes in for Steven. This card is hot.
Not a number of people. Correct. Grief pitching.
All right, we will descend this turn after all. Grief pitching Delphi Voidwalker. Let's take a look at the hand. Brainstorm, Ponder, Unexpectedly Absent, Deduce, ×2, Flooded Strand.
Oh, that does seem great.
We love brevity.
The entire format now is clues and cases.
It's all just ancillary.
I took 2
rectangles.
weeks off. I missed everything.
Don't you know the cards that just make additional cardboard is just so good?
I know. It's what am I doing?
All right, every game now, who's going to get a clue, who's going to solve a case, who's going to... Brainstorm is selected by Grief. Stalactite Stalker gets its counter, and the turn is over.
I'll pass it. Paste.
Wasteland on Mystic Sanctuary. It's gone.
Yeah.
Brainstorm using a floating blue mana.
This is one.
In response, I am going to cast a Dark Ritual.
Okay.
And Orsis Bowmasters.
Okay. Let's attack.
Okay.
18.
Yep.
All right, Phil goes down to 18. Looks like Phil's going to get life totals up for us. Thank you, Phil. Appreciate that.
They updated it. That's an update.
Made it worse.
That's an improvement.
Something. Okay.
All right, Stalactite Stalker will tick up. Phil's down to 17. I'll put the life totals a little bit larger on the bottom of the screen.
Cycle this.
Yeah.
I also had to think about it for a second.
Lorien revealed, gets island cycled, find another Tundra. So Phil's got land.
Props.
Then I will attack for 2.
That's why I had to think about it for a second.
And I will pass to you.
So don't trigger resolve. It's the battlefield draw. We have no natural interest. Beginning of combat.
There's a Ponder for Phil.
All kind of very secret control. And this is like
Flooded Strand pass. Now a Swamp Cycle.
I do want to set control.
Phil got to Island Cycle. It's only fair that Steven gets to Swamp Cycle. Finds a Bayou. So I think this build from Steven... Steven's always playing mono black, but it splashes both green and red in the current build.
it was also effects on
The spirit of the deck is mono black, though.
I'm gonna cycle middle obstruction.
Lone targeting Wasteland.
Loamback Wasteland.
Just pick 2.
These 2.
Discard those 2.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's mono black Jund.
And then I am going to attack you for 3.
Basic planes for Phil. We know Steven has a Wasteland.
Oh, I wouldn't mind.
Sure.
Okay, Carlos here. Yep, you're.
Waste your Tundra.
Good. I'll float.
Move to attack.
Tuck it on top of your deck.
Oh, okay, yeah. I just didn't try. Shoot, thank you.
All right, unexpectedly absent. Put Stalactite Stalker on top of the deck. Dot the Voidwalker.
Ready?
Go ahead.
I will attack for 5.
No,
And pass to you.
your hand step will cast Secret Beast.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there's a basic island.
Human. I will.
Mm-hmm.
Cast this.
Make you discard.
Okay. Force pitch force.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna witness the future. I'm gonna put all 4 of your cards back into your deck.
Another Dousty.
You got it.
Okay. Is that a sorcery? Yep. Bottom or shuffle? You shuffle.
Trying to see what that card is called. I forgot what it's called. It is called Witness the Future. Oh, okay. The text came up on the screen now.
Pulse? Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay. So this takes 2, and then you
Pass her.
discard a card. And then I will cling to dust.
Next time, my
Card from Crimson Vow.
Swing third.
Blue and 2. Target player shuffles up to 4 target cards from their graveyard into their library. You look at the top 4 cards of your library. 1 into your hand. Rest on the bottom of your library in any order.
Cast deduce. You can deduce. Okay.
Now deduce for Phil. Make a clue. The Yu-Gi-Oh card is a clue.
That's in.
Bowmaster in response to Ponder. Unexpectedly absent after the ETB.
I will pass.
The Yu-Gi-Oh card's name is Magic Gate of Miracle, says Force of Phil. Interesting. Very interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, there was still supposed to be an amass, right? I don't know what happened there. Abrupt Decay removes counterbalance.
Or 18, so. That's fine.
Ritual? Sure. Swing turn? Yeah.
Yeah, the Bowmaster that got unexpectedly absent was supposed to amass, right?
I don't know why I can say that. That's a long name, and I say thank you for your patience, of course.
I thought there was a Bowmaster in response to a Ponder. What happened to that? And then it got unexpectedly absent. I thought.
Oh shit, sorry. Thank you.
I will keep.
Me too.
Your great super card.
Yeah.
I'll just play this card.
YouTube commenters will be rewinding and fast forwarding to find all of it.
Waste the Tundra. I'll float blue. Move to attack.
Okay.
Attack deduce.
I will.
All right, deduce, make another clue. And looks like Steven has passed the turn.
Red.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll drop one. Your turn.
Play Archive.
All right, so this is the blue-white Surveil land from Call of Manor. It is called Meticulous Archive.
target brainstorm. Yeah.
It's Mystic Sanctuary. A little bit of glare. Mystic Sanctuary on Brainstorm. Put it back on top. Counterbalance. In response, opposition agent.
It is in. Counterbalance in. Yep. I'll hit this.
Trample and
OD.
Source of Plowshares removes the op agent.
On the model right now.
yeah, and when could I become
If you attack me and
if I attack? Okay.
you have to hit me with an attack.
Lumbus.
How many castings can you do?
4.
I don't know what this card is called. It's looking it up now.
Just shuffle this.
It is called Lembas.
I'll keep it there.
Another one, I'm going to cast a token.
Ah, thanks, Phil. It's a food.
Bowmaster? Yep. Oh.
Oh, Bowmaster right into the counterbalance with the deuce on top.
It gets 2 counters.
No, I mean, no, I know.
That's the only argument for that. Whereas, like, if you're on
Deduce on top.
Okay, Mystic Sanctuary, put the deuce on top.
Pass to you.
It's OD.
To me?
Yeah.
16.
Hey, where's that? Can you?
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Go ahead.
Time to deduce in your end step.
Resolve this?
Yep.
Yeah.
Deduce on end step, draw a card, make a clue. Force of Fill, making clues and foods.
I'll go to my end
Play
step.
land for turn.
Drop 1.
Play Case of the Filched Falcon.
Case of the Filched Falcon, the first case to make it on 90s MTG. Wow.
Your end step, you're gonna.
So I'll have Metalcraft once if this resolves, and then but it won't. It'll trigger in the instant.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's good.
So I have another clue.
Okay, so it will become solved in Force of Fill's end step, which will allow it for 3 mana to sack and turn a non-creature artifact into a 4/4 bird.
If you get hit, not only if I attack.
Yes.
Basically.
Good.
All right, so Cakes of the Filched Falcon is solved, and now it's sacking to turn a clue into a 4/4 bird. Yeah, Scott is absolutely right. Phil going deep into the new set. Phil always, well, maybe not always, but often will explore these new cards, take them through the, I don't even know what you call it. Just putting them on the battlefield and seeing what happens. Actually testing them out, giving them a chance.
This I'm activating it, so the trigger's on the stack.
Yeah.
Or the activation's on the stack.
No, but once it's a creature.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can this is a creature, and then because I did this in the end step, you get a round of priority before you pass the turn.
I do. All right. I'm gonna try and push.
I'll drop 1 more.
I have a countermark.
Okay, Fatal Push on the bird, counterbalance trigger, reveals Lorien revealed.
I'm going to thwart picking up these 3.
And Thwart on Fatal Push, returning at least 1 Mystic Sanctuary, maybe 2.
Edict.
It was grabbed so fast I didn't see, but Childred's Edict. Now, counterbalance trigger.
Yeah.
Brainstorm in response, going to set up this counterbalance to counter Childred's Edict, most likely. I see a Deduce pulled to the front. It will likely be revealed. Childred's Edict is countered.
I'm going to cycle troll.
Yep.
Cycling Troll now on end step. Running a Bayou.
Take it.
12.
These are still void countered.
What am I end step? Draw one more. Your turn. Yep.
No, that was your answer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then go ahead. Right, the cycle, the fatal push, and the
Yep. I'm gonna crack this. Yeah.
Another down thing.
Okay, second the clue to draw deduce on Steven's end step. Now passing the turn finally to Phil, who has a 4/4 bird clue. Is the Yu-Gi-Oh card on the battlefield. Mystic Sanctuary puts deduce back on top. Attack for 4.
I need to raise this again. Yeah.
I'll pass him.
Stalker.
I will choose. So this is in.
The other artifact on Phil's side is Lembus. Stalactite Stalker on the stack. Counterbalance trigger on the stack.
I'll cast a deuce.
I will choose non-token.
Deduce, make a clue, draw a card.
I will
Cast
draw.
Yep.
So
Brainstorm with Stalker on the stack. Likely going to counterbalance. Reveal Ponder, it's countered.
yeah.
So I'll do this one first.
So you took 3. How much?
I'm at 11. Yeah.
You're at 11. Okay.
Left turn, hit you.
Yeah.
Trigger.
The bird will attack for 4. Case of the filched falcon, turn that clue into a bird.
Brief.
Counter trigger.
Yes.
6. I'll put the war back on top.
Resolve this. Make a dinosaur.
Mystic Sanctuary put thwart back on top to counter grief. It's countered.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and get troll now.
Reanimating Troll of Khazad-dûm, at least trying to. Cracking the clue to draw thwart. Brainstorm in response to reanimate.
Chromox.
Reveal Ponder, and it is countered. So counterbalance locking Steven completely out of this game. As of right now, Steven has no cards in hand. Phil has a full grip.
Crack this game 3 life.
Some counters and fight.
Okay.
So Lembus getting sacked to gain 3 life.
Gets exiled. I'll attack for 7. I'll become the monarch.
I'll play line for turn.
Draw the monarch. Your turn.
Cast Ponder.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like,
Draw.
Attack for 4.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
White to red.
Because you obviously would have Crawford
I
taken
will-
so much earlier.
I know, yeah, I was
And
like,
then, so, and then
Play
the
the
fact
second
that you
card. Let's
hit
go.
the chasm.
All right, a second counterbalance for Phil. Steven scoops it up. We are going to game 2. Phil takes game 1. Case of the filched falcon, everybody. Wow.
I'm gonna keep.
Yeah, me too.
Good luck.
Use it.
Pass the turn.
All right, game 2. Phil is on the draw. Steven is on the play. Fetching him a basic swamp.
4.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Okay, here's a Stalactite Stalker.
You give that one.
I'll attempt to Ponder.
Yeah, I'm just this one. I'm just thinking about what I'm gonna do.
Been playing a lot of Vintage recently. Mental Misstep is a card in Vintage.
Put those 2 in the bottom.
You have it as exactly that one off.
So
And same thing with Ponder.
I will play Bout of Whispers.
And you play it just because.
Force of Phil says, I have new tokens for clues in the mail. Yu-Gi-Oh card named Totem Bird. More fitting for both a clue and a bird creature because these Karlov Manor cards are the truth. There you have it, folks. From Force of Phil himself, get your clues now. Get them now.
Storms 2.
Yeah, I am not playing on Storm.
Swing. 18.
I will play Thorak kicking it.
Yep. 1 mana flowing.
Yeah.
Okay. 2.
These two. And with the 1 mana, well, I put 2 counters, and with the 1 mana floating, I'm going to cast a Shadow Spear.
Yep.
And pass to you.
Yeah, it's not a falcon either.
Name human. And pass the turn.
Draw.
Yep.
And turn descend and go ahead.
All right, descending has made Stalker into a 3/3.
Swamp. I will attach the Shadow Spear.
Yep.
And I am going to attack you.
It's a Mystic Sanctuary entering tapped.
25.
And turn Bowmaster.
And then I will pass to you.
Spell snare.
Yep.
Spell Snare on a Bowmaster.
You are casting the creature.
Yeah, the creature, yeah.
It's a 1/1.
It's a 1/1, yeah.
Okay.
Go.
Cycle Troll.
Yes.
Draw.
Yep.
Urborg.
Yep.
I got a creature artifact.
Is there a clue token with a feather? I think there is. I think it was from. Was that from Capenna? Like an angel feather or something? Someone look it up. What's the best clue token, chat? YouTube commenters? Somebody.
And I will attack for 5.
On you.
In my upkeep, I'm going to cycle.
And I will pass to you.
Shadows over Innistrad. There we go. Just a pig.
Draw.
Was there a Blues Clues TCG? I don't think so. I think Russian Pizza made that up.
I attack for 7.
Drop turn. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'll take 1 going to.
And
It's Basic Island stuck in glare for Phil.
Pass turn.
okay, we win.
This was killed my hand. I needed these. Good games.
Good games.
Loam. Targeting.
Life from the Loam. Returning 2 fetches and a wasteland. Flusterstorm.
I was quite lucky because I got Thorak in the. I only have 1 as sideboard.
Alright, so Life from the Loam is countered this time. Stalactite Stalker's getting in there. Hope for Escape. Thank you for the resub with Prime. 5 months. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Here's Case of the Filched Falcon once again.
Odie.
The first case ever to appear on a 90s MTG live stream. And of course, it was Force of Phil.
Draw for turn.
What would Mail Time do?
Yeah, I do.
Wasteland on Tundra, pass the turn.
I think you just.
You never saw Leyline or
You your wastelands, you stumbled on mana. I just answered all your threats.
No more cards.
Yeah, no more tides. I drew very well too. Like I just had everything.
I'm trying to think if, like, so I brought in 2 of my 3 available players
Okay.
because a lot of your cards aren't actually.
So Case of the Filched Falcon has not been solved. Phil needs 3 artifacts to solve it. There's a Badlands for Steven and Magus of the Moon.
Like I could choose to not play magical cards.
Yeah. There aren't enough Pyros of cards.
I think I would.
I mean, they are.
That was
Finds a basic planes.
Jasa just because I'm like, and this gets Unholy Key and Pyro. And both. Oh yeah, both.
I mean,
Yeah.
plus 1.
Thanks, good? Yeah. On you.
Switch it.
Alright, Source of Plowshares removes the Magus. Phil fetching basics now.
Yeah, like you sideboard out your profile,
You don't care if anything was on, just answer it.
yeah. Like if we are just like a parody of one form, and like no, you have like
I have the
your
witness again.
biggest thread. I just
I'll hit your loam, your troll.
This is Witness the Future once again.
I was in a really good position, so until like, the land.
Life on the Loam. Gone.
No, I know it's something. I was just trying to think like I don't know if I like the high blast.
And I'll pass to you.
I appreciate it. Pretty good.
Alright, passing the turn now to Steven.
Plus makes sense because like, you just stop the bail for sure.
That's the thing. Like my biggest reason is a 1-for-1 with baleful swings, which you're obviously going to keep.
Hard casting Leyline of the Void. What's in there?
Strategically, like
It's just 2-for-1.
yeah, you either get 2-for-1 or your creatures just don't go through.
Now Counterbalance is back.
You want the game to end. Like you, as long as you know the game ends, you don't care if it's actually a 2-for-1.
Good.
I'll crack here.
Smart.
Yeah, go for it.
Opposition agent in response to a fetch.
Another counterbalance and another case.
Alright, so Phil's hand is Counterbalance and another copy of Case of the Filched Falcon. Opposition agent has hijacked this fetch land, which was placed in exile thanks to Leyline. And Steven now figuring out what land to take.
Word. Like I somehow like just got rid of all of them. Like oh my god, I lived through it.
Yeah, I think that was game 3.
Yeah.
It will be a Tundra.
I mean, you don't really interact as much. Like,
Phil needs 2 more artifacts to solve Case of the Filched Falcon. Another copy of the case will create a clue. The Yu-Gi-Oh card on the battlefield right now is a clue, so that'll be 2.
This hasn't been solved yet.
No, I need 3.
Okay.
yeah, exactly.
And this punishes your draws, it punishes powerful tricks way more. Like, it just
Alright, there's clue number 2. A second case. That's the turn.
I think I bored double tricks out against Chris.
like your matchup between Gamer Delver and Greatest Delver is just so dramatic.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like sideboarding is completely different.
One card.
Need 3 artifacts to solve.
I had to consider like okay.
The brainstorm for Phil. Looking for a way to solve this case. Case of the Filched Falcon.
I did.
Or at least get opposition agent off the board. Paul representation of what? Poor representation of what?
Oh, sorry.
What are you talking about?
Unless I win, in which case it's great.
Yeah, when I'm winning, it feels like
green.
If I'm winning, the format's boring. If I'm losing, the format's sorry.
This feels like modern again, where every time I play games, I'm fucking Murktide.
Cycling Lorien revealed. Okay. Just wants to shuffle, it seems.
I'm like, why I do this?
Willing to give another island to Steven.
50% legacy control.
Alright, got the shuffle, passed the turn.
I have no idea. Literally, I have no idea. I think it's cool. Whereas,
Okay, plays Phil's Tundra. Attack for 3. Phil is down to 3.
like, I played against a guy that was doing the soup deck with Leyline plus Scion.
Yeah, pretty soon Steven can Mystic Sanctuary. Alright, Swords on a position agent to start the turn. That'll resolve.
Get mastered.
I did a league with Leyline Rhinos and Legacy.
Yeah.
It's
Is Phil going to start cracking these clues, or are we working towards solving the case?
so no Minskin base.
Yeah, Deduce can turn this game around. Steven will play Phil's other Tundra. Kind of funny to see them on the other side of the room. Other side of the board. Used to seeing Phil's duels. Thoughtseize takes counterbalance.
So you're putting in 8 cards?
Control.
And you're playing 2 Minskin.
Hard casting a Troll of Khazad-dûm. Top card of the deck is Deduce. But now Steven has a Troll of Khazad-dûm. So we might see these clues start getting cracked after all. Cracks a clue, draws Deduce.
Crack here.
Oh, actually? Like, I get, like, Minskin was the most cuttable card. Yeah.
Like Minskin will just solo these.
Yeah.
Some matchups, but also in other matchups before matchups.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I miss when people complain about Minskin.
And then the one ring came out.
And then one ring came out and came after.
So Phil needs an answer now for Troll of Khazad-dûm. Going to start off with Deduce, draw a card, investigate. Made a clue. Two clues now on the battlefield.
Pass.
Can't solve the case yet.
In your upkeep. Okay, good one.
Mystic Sanctuary.
Controlling versus control feels easier to play.
Could potentially put... Is there a Swords in the graveyard?
Swords on top.
Yep, Swords on top. Crack a clue, grab it, and Swords, potentially.
Well, sometimes you do get free printed. That's not the problem.
I mean, it also plays Leyline, so this this is very similar to the list that I played.
Alright, Swords removes Troll. Phil's at 1 life.
This should also be this.
So trim down
Yeah, the ley lines are getting caught a little late. The ley line exiling the cards are getting caught a little late, but the Alright, Case of the Filched Falcon revealed with counterbalance counters reanimate. So another Case of the Filched Falcon, make a clue. 2 clues now.
I remember watching Road.
Yeah, I think the Swords in the graveyard was supposed to be there. I think that was before the ley line hit the battlefield.
And
But the YouTube commenters will be rewinding, fast forwarding, making sure everything is okay. Witherbloom Command.
You declare target still.
Yeah, I'm gonna drain 2 and then
This wasn't my exact list because I had 2 Magical Betrayal on my board. So
try and snipe this counterbalance while we're at it.
the
card
where you steal. Yeah. Especially with how popular Exterminator is.
Yeah.
It's like a mistake to not play it.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Because I just
go ahead.
and then I was like, oh, I'm fucking beefed up for.
Have to get through.
It also deals with because it's.
All right, so Thwart hits Witherbloom Command. Thwart is supposed to be in exile. I think that will be corrected momentarily.
That any leyline you draw is just automatically pitch spell for anything.
Yeah. I get it. I just don't know why, but
It's just really high variance. If it goes, you're fucked.
yeah.
How does if they don't counter it, it's an auto loss for Delver to deal with the turn 2 or even turn 1.
Yeah.
4/4 flying, hexproof vigilance, lifelink, first strike trend.
This is one of those things, though, you know, I hope people watching this channel are learning from watching this channel how to be better Magic players or whatever. It is Phil's responsibility to put the cards in the right zone. Or okay. But it is also Steven's responsibility to keep track of it, too. It's not just completely on Phil, in my mind.
Their hands.
No, that was the thing with the deck. Like, I always felt I won or lost in mulligan.
There's some shared blame, so to speak.
I had to mulligan before because I have, like, she's really...
I mean, you're going to have a ley line in play. Make sure your opponent is putting the cards in the right zone. That's, you know, many of you talk about how can I up my game? How could I build a better sideboard? Sometimes really all you need to like level up as a player is to start keeping track of stuff like that really well. And yeah, don't neglect that part of your game. That's really my point.
Sometimes the day you just figured...
So only one clue on the battlefield right now. Phil needs 2 more to solve this case. Has 3 cases of the filched falcon. Here's Grief hitting the stack. Phil is at 1 life. Counterbalance trigger has been pointed out.
I just hate the play style of footballs.
Oh,
Very boring.
I play the deck like once a year because it's so good.
It's good. No, I agree.
And then I play it, I'm like, I'm so...
Yeah.
You know, and you head out there in the world. All right, Swords on Grief before its ability resolves. Hand is revealed, Deduce, and Spell Snare.
Yeah, exactly. I play it. You're right. I play it once a year.
You're going to head out there in the world and play RCQs, trying to make it to the Pro Tour. Yeah, you can have the best deck and you tuned your sideboard list and you know all the matchups, how to sideboard, all that stuff. But if you have a ley line and you keep letting your opponent, some people out there will be doing it on purpose, right? Put their cards in the wrong zone. You can't let that slip past you. All right, here's Lembas, 3rd artifact. It's a food. Scry and draw.
Yes, okay.
Pass.
No, it's not even that. It's not even, oh, I have football and I win. Okay, now I have 10 creatures. Okay, I mean, 10 pound creatures. Now I have to attack you.
Draw cards, draw...
Do you die? No? Okay, then I lose.
Can you miss your solving a case trigger? I don't know. Or does it just become solved all on its own? Someone check the rules.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to tuck this on top of your deck.
Unexpectedly absent to the top of the deck. So unexpectedly absent will go to the trash, correct?
Like, even dress down didn't make this up.
Carcass. Game 3.
Oh, his meltdowns.
Oh, true. Yeah, but just now...
All right, sacking Limbas, which is a food, to gain 3 life.
Well, on the play against, turn 2 initiative turns, because they don't always have a turn 1.
Leyline and Devoid in the stack. Brainstorm revealed with counterbalance. Deduce in response.
So, Leyline resolved already?
Leyline is still on the stack. This trigger is resolved. This counterbalance resolves.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no more counterbalance trigger.
Okay, the deuce resolves.
Okay.
Okay.
This is it.
Okay, Leyline is in. Deduce is in the graveyard. Is Phil going to start making some birds?
I'm tired of Chris getting these boring
Oliveira, thanks for the sub. 17 months. Appreciate that.
rematch. You got it.
I mean, I feel like our 2 games have been insane.
50% of the matter.
Yeah, these games have been pretty insane, actually.
You have how many cards in hand?
3.
3 cards in Force of Phil's hand. Can make a bird. Stealthy Voidwalker. Counterbalance trigger.
Yeah.
So this is separate. Oh no, this is on board.
Looks like Phil found a source of plowshares, but maybe can counter it with counterbalance. Reveals Lembas. It is countered.
Oh, no.
No,
Yeah,
I proactively was like, because they're separate.
no, you're right. Go ahead.
I'm going to attempt to suit one of these guys up.
Yeah, so.
All right, we're making birds. One of the clues is now a 4/4 bird with flying. Phil will draw the Lembas off the top. Children's Edict.
Creature
It's kind
token.
of high risk, or it's kind of high reward.
I have a counter box trigger. I'll sack the clue.
Well, he's also said in the past that
Okay.
he thinks it's
This is also
All right, just sacking the clue bird in response. So Phil gets to draw a card off the bird clue. 2 clues left, 2 cases left. They are solved.
You have to declare targets first, right?
Delta.
That's a great question, Forza Phil. What's the DCI accepted way to display a case has been solved? I don't know. Karlov Manor Limited players, how are you displaying that a case has been solved? Is there a way? Is there a proper way? YouTube commenters help us.
3 5-0s and what it
Ports and target myself.
2 drop in the showcase.
Yeah, it's like, I'm like, when I saw the seal, yeah, I thought a little side relief there.
I'll pass it.
Is there a solved token? Is there a solved token? Please someone check. We need to find this out now.
Literally nothing new.
That was a nice match.
Position.
Oh, no.
Waste your time.
I'll load white.
Move to the next.
This is it.
Yeah, move to the next phase.
I was like, yes. I was like, yes.
It's a punch out? Okay, we're going to need solve tokens for Forza Phil.
You're good to go to the next phase.
And I'll play a stalker.
ASAP.
Count us.
And go ahead.
Hit you for 8.
Swinging for 8 with birds. All the cases have been solved. All the cases have been sacrificed. All the clues are now 4/4 birds with flying. Another case, make a clue. And it is solved.
Yeah, it was like a clue.
Go ahead.
Phil now has 12 power on the board. 3 4/4 birds with flying. One of them doesn't have a die on it, but it looks like we're going to grab that now. Steven's down to 5.
I don't know. I'm considering trying to cast on.
I'll pass.
We're not gonna. I don't think we wanted more.
Yeah, you got good game to
Good games. Phil gets it.